This is one of the finest mound groups in the Midwest. In this video, I'm going to travel to 3 different mound groups and share with you guys some beautiful Native American history. This mound group that I am at today is over 2,000 years old. These were either burial mounds or ancient earthworks created by the Native Americans. So let me show you guys around right now. Today, I'm at a site that has a large conical and linear mounds. What you guys are looking at is a conical mound that is over 2,000 years old. You guys can see the depression in the ground. This was made by the Native Americans over 1,000 years ago. The woodland Native Americans created this earthwork. As you guys can see right here, the incline in the elevation in the ground. It is unknown if this would have been a burial mound or just kind of a clan marker inside of the earth to mark territory, opposing tribes.
Less than a century ago, over 20 mounds once stood here at the site that I was at. Today, this mound group only has 4 preserving mounds left. Majority of the mounds at this site had been destroyed by old logging roads and even a highway in the past 50 years. There is also evidence of looters' pits that would have been dug over 100 years ago, right before these mounds would have been surveyed. These looters would have been looking for grave goods left by the Native Americans over 2,000 years ago.
But now in the 20th century, it's a part of history what those looters did. If you look on LiDAR, you can see the actual holes that went inside of some of these mounds that looters dug in the 1920s to get to these burial goods. These 2 mounds in particular have never been looted, but this third one I question. You can see this third linear right here. You can see the incline going in the ground. That's why they're called linears. They're going horizontally along the surface. And sadly, this mound as well has a trail going right through it. So you can see the incline in the ground right here. It's going horizontally towards the south. And then there's literally a trail going through it right here, which is super sad and disrespectful. But look at this trail. And the mound's just cut right in half by this trail. The mound keeps on going towards the north this way as well. You can see the incline in the ground. Nothing else would cause this but a Native American earthwork. So I can tell that it's not like a fallen down tree from a few years ago or something like that. And some of these trees are over 60 years old. This is a 1,000-year-old Native American earthwork that I'm looking at right here. And it's just so long. This linear mound is over 200 feet long. Just a huge Native American earthwork. It's about 3 feet off the ground if you go towards the center of it, but you can see the incline once again. Like I said before, in this video, I'm going to 3 different mound groups, some of the finest in the Midwest. So come along, guys. I'm heading to the next one right now. Next one that I'm going to has a beautiful bird mound. It's very spectacular, one of the best preserved mounds in the Midwest. So come along with me, guys. You're not going to want to miss this. Alright guys, so I'm entering the second location right now. This is like a 30-minute walk to get in here. But here lies another mound group. So this one's pretty special because there's actually a bird mound here. One of the finest bird mounds in the Midwest. You guys see that right there? So I'm gonna go up to it right now and explain what that actually is to you guys right now. All right, guys, so here we are. You can see this beautiful bird mound right here. What I'm looking at right here is the right wing of the bird. I'm gonna pull up the LiDAR right now so you guys can look at it. Right here's the tail, up there's the head, and there's the other wing, the left wing of the bird right there. It is unknown if this would have been a hawk, an eagle, a crow, or what type of bird this would have depicted. But since it is a bird mound, it's around 1,000 years old. This Native American burial / earthwork right here. So 1,000 years, that's pretty impressive, guys. The fact that this is still surviving in the woods like this is spectacular. There's a few theories on what these mounds could have been. Like I said at the previous mound group, it's possible that these were clan markers or depicting territory, but they could have been burials as well. Here's the left wing of the bird. We're looking at it right now. And right where this tree is, this would have been actually the head. So this mound, since it is so tall, this is about 5 to 4 feet off the ground. I'm not actually gonna walk up on it because I don't want to harm it at all. I stay very respectful of any mound group like this. But you can see in the side, kind of center portion of the bird, there's actually a pit right there in the middle of it. So let me get up close to that pit and explain to you guys what that hole in this burial mound actually is. I just want to show this off for a second. I think this is the best view I could possibly get for you guys of this bird mound. There's the left wing, but there that hole is right there. Can you guys see that hole? This hole would have actually been a looter's pit, which is very disrespectful and sad that men and women would have done this in the 1920s. They would come out to these sites with their families and dig inside of burial mounds like this. So this bird mound is partially destroyed, but even with the hole, the looter's pit, in this mound, it is still a beautiful piece of history. You can still make it out where the bird is and would have been. I hope you guys enjoyed the LiDAR of this bird. This mound group is spectacular because bird mounds are very uncommon in the Midwest. Kind of mysterious what they actually were depicting, like what bird, what did they exactly symbolize. This isn't the only mound on this site, this bird mound either. There's another mound right here where these big long oak trees are sticking out of the ground too. So I'll show you this. Here's that second mound on this site. This mound is kind of a mystery. It's been weathered much more than that bird mound has over the last 1,000 years. But you can see how it kind of inclines up. I would classify this burial mound or linear mound to be more of a water spirit or linear mound design. As you can see, it doesn't have a tail or wings or a circular shape like those previous conical mounds that I showed you guys. It's more of a elongated mound group. So at that last site we were at, there's conicals there as well, but this one is nearly not as long. It's about 20 feet going horizontal along the landscape. Those other linears I showed you before with like the trail going through it, those linears were about 100 feet long, which was absolutely insane. But you can see again how this isn't naturally made. It's not like a tree fell over in the woods or a farmer was piling his rocks and a bunch of dirt on the side of his field. This has trees that are 40, 50 years old growing out of it. So this mound is Native American earthwork, super old. I would classify it as a linear. You can see we're right along the river here too. Native Americans would pick out these spots that are spiritual along the river systems on high ground. This is where they would bury their dead and kind of set these mounds as territorial markers for other tribes, letting them know where they were. There's also theories about mounds pointing towards the eclipses or the sun or waterways, etc. I'm not very educated on that yet, but nevertheless, this is a beautiful earthwork site. There's a bird over there and a linear mound right here, also known as maybe a water spirit or a water panther. Bird mounds like that could possibly even be depicting thunderbirds, which is a higher world figure in the Native American religion, where water spirits are more lower world. I encourage you guys to look that up online. There's a lot of information about water spirits and thunderbirds. But at this earthwork itself, you can see the relationship between the lower world and the higher world with a bird mound and then a linear mound or a water spirit. And like I said before, guys, these mounds are about 1,000 years old. So 1,000 years ago or around the death of Christ himself. So absolutely, or around 1000 AD. So absolutely beautiful mound group that I'm here at today. So now I'm gonna go to the third mound group of this video. You guys are not gonna miss out on this. This is absolutely spectacular. I discovered this mound group when I was actually metal detecting a field about 100 yards away. I walked into the woods because I had to go to the bathroom, and there was these beautiful conical mounds, some of the largest I've ever seen. So I'm gonna go there right now. You guys are not gonna wanna miss out on this. Stay tuned. All right, guys. We're at the third and final mound group today. You can see the mounds way back in here. I actually discovered these mounds. No one else knew about them. I had permission to metal detect this field. I metal detected it for about 30 minutes and I ended up coming over here because I saw big earthworks down in the woods. You can see the beautiful river right here. It just snowed last night, which is actually awful. I hate the snow. But let's go check out these mounds. They're pretty cool, guys. Come along. So these conical mounds are around 2,000 to 1,500 years old. If you guys can believe that. You can tell these are earthworks. Just like the other conical mounds, they have large oak trees growing out of them. You can see that one right there. And this is just a huge preserved conical. These conicals are pretty special too, because they've never been looted before. So that means they're perfectly preserved. Everything about them is just how the Native Americans built them over 2,000 years ago. At the original time I found these mounds, I thought this was actually a turtle mound, because you can see it has kind of legs sprouting off from it. But now that I've kind of done more research on burials and ancient earthworks, I now know this is most likely just a conical, but a tree fell over, creating both of these legs that kind of sprout out of this earthwork. It would be pretty cool if this was a turtle mound of some sorts, because the Native Americans talk about turtles in their religion and kind of lore. But no, it's just a plain conical. And this conical is one of the largest ones I've ever seen in the Midwest. It's about probably 4 to 5 feet high. You can see how it comes up just like that. Perfect ball shape conical. But yeah, it's pretty cool, guys. Let me show you the other one on this property. So we have water on both sides of us right now. This is a creek, and that's all backwater that goes in the river. And there's islands and all sorts of other land formations out there. Well, let's go check this other one out. It's pretty awesome. So this next earthwork conical mound is one of my favorites by far, even compared to the other one I just showed you guys. And that is because it has 3 large oak trees coming out of it. And these trees are much older than the other ones I have previously showed you. These oaks are probably around 80 to 100 years old. I mean, just check this out. Look at those big devils. And they're all growing out of this earthwork. So it really shows how old this mound actually is. And this one's probably a little bit larger than the other one over there too. But look at this. Just a beautiful conical earthwork made by the Native Americans, probably around 2,000 years ago. Just like the other one, you can see how it slopes up about probably 4 feet. But wow, guys, I'm gonna go all the way around it so you guys can get a kind of a good feel for what I'm looking at here. But just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, look at these big oak trees, guys. Check this out. Yeah, like that one right there, that's probably at least 100-year-old to 90-year-old oak. But yeah, beautiful conical earthwork. Some of the finest in the Midwest, I would say. And I've seen a lot of mounds, guys, but I have always liked these too. Probably because I was the first to ever discover them. And I know that because there's no archaeological record of them at all, until I reported them to an archaeologist friend of mine. He made this into an archaeological site, which is great because these mounds will never get destroyed then. But just check this out. And the landowner's super cool about it too. He always lets me come out here and look at them now. Because this isn't the first time I've done a video, but just absolutely amazing. There's some other formations in this woods as well, but I'm almost certain that there's only 2 mounds at this site. But I left this for the third and final segment of the video just because how cool some of these conicals are with these oak trees. Right here along the river, beautiful spot here as well. You could just imagine why the Native Americans wanted to bury their dead here. And these are burial mounds. When you get conicals like this, they're not just your earthwork like that bird mound I showed, or those water spirits / linear mound. These are actually for the dead, and you can see why. You have all these beautiful islands out here, backwater slough. This is a peninsula, and then you have a creek right here as well. So pretty fascinating. I really enjoy this site. One last look. Beautiful, guys. Gotta love it. I'll show that other one as I'm walking out as well. Once more. But I really appreciate you guys watching the video all the way through. I love doing videos like this. You guys know I like to look for artifacts and melitect as well. But Native American earthworks is all part of it too. It's all lost history. And that's kind of what I love to talk about on this channel. So if you guys learned anything, which I'm sure you did if you watched this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I post a video about every 2 to 3 weeks on this channel. And I find some amazing stuff and teach some amazing history. So stay for the ride, guys. Really great channel. I love the ancient past of North America. One last time, here's that other conical mound. For sure smaller than that other one over there, but still beautiful earthwork, conical mound. Perfectly preserved. Just like how it was over 2,000 to 1,500 years ago. Check that out, guys. You can really see how it looks like a turtle too. But it's not, it's just a conical. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see ya in a few weeks. Appreciate you all. Have a good rest of your days. Peace.